D-Lo 404 boxing. All right, so I was watching Blue Blood Sports TV's live stream. He was talking about Paulie Malignaggi getting pulled from Showtime, and I did a little reading and found an article and watched a couple other videos as well, and see that he did in fact get removed from Showtime. It's supposed to be indefinite or permanent, however you want to say it, due to the remarks he made about the African American or black boxer no longer being the dominant species in boxing. And he used that term species, and we've all heard about this way back when it happened, and I think I made a video talking about it back then or whatever. And I mean, first of all, species wasn't the correct word to use, but even beyond that, the African American fighter is alive and well in the sport of boxing, and still dominating at a high clip, you know what I'm saying, at a high rate. Not saying that other fighters aren't good, not saying that there aren't dominant fighters of other races, but for him to say that the African American fighter is a dying breed or an extinct breed as far as being dominant was so far off base it didn't even make sense. It was just him spouting out some garbage, throwing stuff up against the wall to see if it'll stick. And I'm glad to see that those comments came back to bite him, because he probably really does feel that way despite being dominated himself by several African-American fighters. But that said, he said the Eastern European fighter is the dominant species in boxing, and last time he checked, they were all white, and he laughed when he said it. And this is all in response to Devin Haney saying he wouldn't lose to a white fighter, which Devin had the right to say, but Devin had to go back and apologize for saying that. And nobody held Paulie's foot to the fire to make him apologize for what he said. And then here it is all these months later. Now, Paulie is finally being held accountable for the things he said. Because we've seen all kind of other stuff happen with other people having to recant and retract statements and apologize for stuff because it offended other people. So, I'm glad to see this happen. I don't wish bad things on anybody, but I feel like this is the right move for Paulie. And it's not all bad for Paulie, because he said the Eastern European fighter is the dominant fighter in the sport of boxing, so he can learn Ukrainian or Russian or whatever, Czech or whatever other languages that need to learn, or and go over to Europe and commentate on boxing events over there, since that's where all the dominant fighters are from anyway. So he can go over there and enjoy commentating their fights, and he could big them up like HBO used to do Triple G. That's all I gotta say on it. D-Lo 404 boxing. Good riddance to bad rubbish. I'm out. Peace.